Hey guys, it's Larry Greenberg, and today we're taking a look at the ZooGue Case Prodigy case for the iPad 2, 3, and 4. This case sells for $59.95, and it's probably the sturdiest standing case for the iPad I've ever seen. So I never reviewed the original ZooGue. For whatever reason, they just never reached out to me. So when they did reach out to me to review this one, I was kind of excited. I recognize that ZooGue makes cases that are really functional, and I was eager to try this one out. So there's nothing in the packaging, which is right here, other than the case itself. And this case is made from vegan leather, so it has kind of a pebbled texture, as you can see, and as I mentioned, it's very sturdy, and it's also super functional, so it's got a lot of features to go over. So first of all, there's a magnetic clasp right here, and that helps keep the front flap closed so you don't get any like unwanted activation of the sleep awake function when you're carrying your case around. There's a look at the back. As you can see, I'll get to what all this stuff is once I get the case all installed. So flip open this latch and then open it up. The entire interior of the case is lined with a microfiber material, which should protect the back of your iPad. It does have a Velcro clasp, which holds the iPad in kind of this leather or leather-ish sleeve or cradle style system. So you install the iPad in there just like that. Now, this bezel does cover up most of the color of the iPad. So like if you bought the white iPad to show it off, you're not going to get that much white, just like around here and around here. So keep that in mind. Let's close it up to show you that it does work with the sleep awake function. As you open and close it, the iPad will go to sleep and wake up. And as I mentioned, there's that clasp, which does have the ZooGue logo on it. This is a folio style case, so the bottom is open. There's no cutout for the speaker on the back, but I didn't notice any kind of muffled, issue with the volume. On the side, access for the mute/orientation switch and volume up and down is just fine. And then there's like 3 notches, if you will, across the top for the microphone, the sleep awake, and the headset jack. There is the perfectly sized cutout for the rear-facing camera. Now, the key to this case is 6 different angles which you can prop the iPad up into. And while that in itself is pretty cool, because most cases allow you to do 2 angles, maybe 3, again this one does 6, they actually lock into place thanks to a magnetic plate that's in the front of this case. And then this little kick-out stand has magnets in it as well. So when it comes time to stand it up, what you do is you flip the clasp around, which locks it into that position, and then you just flip the case all the way around like that, kick out this back kickstand, and then choose one of the 6 angles in which to lock the magnets into, like so. And once you do, what you're left with is, like I mentioned, one of the sturdiest stands that I've ever used for the iPad. You simply can't move or knock it over in any way. And what's cool is the magnets stick obviously together. So if you've got this thing on your lap, you can pick it up and it still stays in the stand orientation. Unlike some of the cases that you manipulate the front flap into a triangle, which of course fall right apart when you pick them up, this case stays locked together, locked in place, so you can pick it up and move it around. It doesn't have a portrait position. You can obviously only use it in landscape, but it has so many angles that you're sure to find one that best suits you. This really relaxed angle for typing, I actually have been using it in the 2nd notch for typing the most. I just think that provides the best angle. And then of course, all the way up to the super steep angle if you want to watch a video or a movie or something like that. So the case is a little bit on the heavy side, I have to say. Again, it has this metal plate in here, which definitely adds some weight. It's a little bit on the thicker side, so it is protective, but I think that weight is a nice trade-off for the functionality that you get with this case. I've been using slim cases primarily for my iPad. However, while they're slim, they don't add a lot of bulk. They don't stand up all that well, which is unfortunate. This does stand up incredibly well, but again, you get a little bit of bulk along with it. So that's been my quick review of the ZooGue Case Prodigy case for the iPad 2, 3, and 4. Again, available for $59.95 directly from the ZooGue website. You can check that out via the link I'll put in the video description. Please also hit that annotation link in the upper left-hand corner to check out my full review of this case over on runaroundtech.com. As always, if you have a question about this, you can leave me a comment down below. Otherwise, have a great day.